Hello everybody, I'm Cornette and welcome to my channel Pound Keys, and today I'm taking this pile of scrap clay and turning it into a lovely pile of sludge clay. And here are like two pieces right here, but basically what I'm doing is I'm rolling it out into a kind of more uniform looking color, because I'm going to be using this as the base for a tic-tac-toe board and should be super fun. I actually have two designs to share with you guys. So the first one, I'm going to be doing dented tic-tac-toe scoring on this one. It's going to be a little bit small and it's going to be circular shape. I'm using this very tiny measuring bowl as my template for the tic-tac-toe board. It doesn't go all the way through, so I did use a pair of scissors to clean up the edges a bit, and then I'm going to go ahead and make a rim. I was about to say crust, but I'm like, this isn't a pizza. This is a tic-tac-toe board. So I'm gonna go around the edges, but it is a little bit tall. So I do take the scissors and trim it back a bit so that way it's not as high. After I've added the border, I did go ahead and take my fingers and smudge the underside to merge the base and the edge together. I'll be honest, I don't know what this tool's actually called. I just referred to it as a ball tool, but I did go ahead and take the biggest ball tool I had in my collection and I made the dents. They're actually big enough to fit the pieces that I'm going to make. Ignore the weird striations in there, because sometimes like this clay, it's not perfectly blended, but I blended it as closely together as I could. So anyways, I'm painting over this and it should look a lot better afterwards. And this is what my first tic-tac-toe board looks like. I think it turned out pretty well. Next, I'm going to be moving on to making the pieces. Now, I got some pink and white and I'm kind of blending it together the best I can with my hands, but at some point I just went to the pasta roller and rolled out this thin sheet to make little bows as one of the two pieces that I'm going to be using for the board. To be opposite to the bows, I decided to do these flowers. I felt like they fit the coquette vibe with the bows. But yeah, they turned out okay. So I did go ahead and make a little bit of green leaves to attach to the back. It kind of gave the flower a bit of a better ability to fit in the groove of the tic-tac-toe board. And as for the tic-tac-toe board, I didn't have any gesso, so I went ahead and covered it in white paint, and then I went ahead and covered it in green paint because I thought doing like a grassy background would be nice for the yellow and pink to contrast against. While the green board decides to dry, I'm also working on the square board, and it looks, at the end of it, it looks more like a traditional tic-tac-toe board with the crosshatch in the middle. Here I am just cutting down the edges and making sure they're low enough and even, and then I'm going to smooth out the underside and the edge, because as you can see there's some overlapping parts, so that it looks as smooth as I can possibly get it. This is polymer clay, and I did find it a little bit more of a challenge to smooth out the edges like I've seen people do with air dry or ceramic clay. I think it's just that there's the advantage of using water, and then me, I'm just like, I'm gonna use my crusty dry hands. I think maybe using baby oil might have been see, I am trying to like smooth things out again with just my bare hands. Maybe a bit of baby oil might have helped, but I wasn't thinking that at the time, and trying to do all this without smushing everything was a task. I had to even rip out my tracks a couple of times. While the board is baking, I'm going ahead to make little lily pads, and by doing that, I'm just going to, I took like a circle cutter and then I cut out a little piece of the lily pad to make that groove in it, and then I wanted to add a small flower to give it that whole girly cottagecore vibe to it. So that was like the theme for this lily pad, cottagecore slash pond themed. And I did make some, like I wanted to make some ducks with it because I thought they were cute, but I did have to go back and paint on the detail. However, the original footage for that, it got, like, I deleted it because it looked way too blurry, so no painting of the ducks. But you can watch me painting the board. It's blue, like water, sort of. Yeah. Anyways, I did go in with a Q-tip to make bubbles, and then I was going to go in with some blue paint to try and make the bubbles look a little bit translucent. I don't do the best job, but I did my best. I hope you've enjoyed this video. I forgot to add the part where I'm painting on the leaves for this board, and I couldn't find the recording for it, so sorry, but this is the end result, and here I am playing tic-tac-toe with myself. And as you can see, the sunflowers won in this one, but yeah, I'm just glad I did this project, even though it was a little bit more challenging than I thought it would be. But I do want to make more boards because it was kind of fun to make all the little pieces, and hopefully you will enjoy the other crafts that I have planned for this channel, but stay tuned for more. Don't forget to subscribe, comment, and pound the subscribe button. Bye, everybody.